2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Strap yourself in because we're about to get started for this wonderful tournament. Let's go. Hello everyone, I'm Luke Elvey. It's great to have you company here on 2K Sports. Alongside me in the booth is my mate Rich Beam, and out on the course as always is Henny Koyak and John McCarthy. Well, it's been a thrilling week. Let's get to the coverage now. TPC Louisiana is a very interesting golf course made on some pretty flat land, Rich.
Absolutely. This hole shows you exactly what to expect. Second shot to a very tiny green. Tiny greens dotting this entire layup. Get one close here and can expect to make a birdie.
Sitting at 1 under after that hole. Here's a look at the par 5 second. Handy effort, that one.
He has his eyes set on one place and one place only. It's the green.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Well, that's up near the green there, Rich, in just a couple of shots. That's fantastic stuff.
It's an aggressive play, Luke. Like to see it on this par 5.
Just 3 feet to the cup.
A really good look at birdie.
The third hole is a long par 3 measuring 230 yards.
Be careful of the wind here. You can't always feel it as the trees on the left sometimes block it out. Missing it right is an obvious no-no, but missing it left is no guaranteed of an up and down either. The green slopes away pretty severely over there.
And he's down there. You got a read?
You know, it's tough to see, a tricky read, but it's uphill and a left to righter.
Setting up now on a par 4. Yeah, this is a quality looking shot, this one. That should find the short stuff. Standing up over this one after a bunch of birdies.
Always a good way to start. Let's see where they go from here.
Oh, look at this. Right down the throat. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Leading by a shot after that hole. Rich, the 5th is a shortish par 4 by today's standards, but still enough there to mess with your ball.
Players want to move the tee shot from right to left on this hole because there's some trees on the tee box that'll kind of force you that direction, so driver may not be the play. The second shot, however, that's where it gets interesting. This green absolutely belongs in a skate park. This has more humps and bumps and wobbles in it. It is a very cool design.
This lie won't be too bad in the first cut. That's well executed. This one's heading towards the green. Couldn't have drawn it up any better. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And that will take him to 5 under. The 6 is a tremendous par 4. Plenty of golf hole, this one.
Water all the way down the left-hand side, so that's going to shove your tee shot out to the right, which make that second shot so much longer. Not much to this green. It's fairly flat, but finding it in 2, well, that's a tall order.
Around 180 yards out. That should set up another chance.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This is a 12-footer here.
This putt coming up is for birdie. Ooh, nice line. Oh, what about this start?
That sets a positive tone for the player, doesn't it?
The 7th provides a great opportunity if you can get a good driveway. This par 5's a lovely hole.
Pete Dye put a zit in the middle of this fairway, and it absolutely needs to be popped.
It's almost like a magnet for your golf ball.
You drive it in that fairway bunker, and you're absolutely beside yourself on how your golf ball can end up in something so small. It is a brilliant design, a brilliant bunker on a hole that should be birdieable by everybody in the field.
Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. The 8th is a short par 4, Rich, and modern players are starting to try to drive this green.
They are, although I don't quite see it that way. It's such an easy second shot if you just lay it up short of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side. You're not going to have much more than a flip sand wedge, gap wedge maybe, to a green that once again has a lot of movement to it.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down. And he holds another one, and he's building quite a sizable lead here. The front 9 finishes in a unique style, a par 3 of 210 yards length.
This is actually a par 3 on the card, but most players look at it as a par 4 because there is nothing simple about this hole. If you bail out to the right, you're going to fall off into a low area where it's nearly impossible to chip it up close without taking a risk. So most players are just resigned to making 4 and moving on.
And as we make the turn, Rich, he's playing very nicely out in front.
Always great to be in the lead, Luke. There's no doubt about it. But let's face it, lots of golf yet to be played. Let's see how this player handles it.
Wow, that was just striped. Second shot here on the 10th hole. You love watching people play the game when it's like this. It looks so easy.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
And that'll ensure he remains in first place.
The lead continues to grow. This is simply amazing.
The par 5 11th, very gettable if, Rich, you can avoid that monster tree about 100 yards out.
Exactly. Tee shots, once again, you're starting it between a couple of bunkers, but the second shot, there's a tree about 75 yards short of this green, and you've got to figure out a way around it. Do you draw it around it? Do you hit a fade around it? What do you do? No easy task for any of these players. Green sits above the player just a little bit, and again, has a lot of movement in it.
Now he's got his eyes set on the putting surface. An aggressive play here. An eagle putt awaits. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. He'll like the look at where he's standing on this leaderboard. That really puts the leader way out ahead of the rest of the pack. And it's only the first round. Time for the second shot at the 12th. To have opted for the 8-iron. Well, that'll work there. 7-footer right here. And another one goes. And with it, an increase of his lead. Rich, the 13th is a short par 4, but a really good one, depending on how much you want to take off.
There's really no real reason to go right at the green, Luke, with the tee shot, even if you have the power to get there, because you just can't stop it on the green. If anything, you want to hit it out to the right, where your next shot is going straight up the green. This is a very flat green, but is perched well above the fairway. It's a wonderful birdie opportunity.
Trying to get to 15 under now with this opportunity. Henny, take us through the break on this putt.
I've given it a good look. I see this one going left at the hole.
Leading by a potentially insurmountable 11 strokes after that one. Not sure why I said potentially. Well, our leader has already bolted, currently way out in front of the pack.
This wind really starting to get up. That was well managed.
An opportunity for a birdie here. That's impressive. He just keeps extending his advantage over the field. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard. After that, Well, that really puts our leader way out in front of the pack now, and it's only the first round. Wow, that was just striped. Standing over his second shot. Outstanding shot. High quality. 11 feet to the cup.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
That was well holed. And for birdie. After that, now 17 under for the tournament. That really puts the leader way out ahead of the rest of the pack. And it's only the first round. Rich, just 3 holes to go here at TPC Louisiana. And what a finish it is. A great short 4 at 16.
Luke, this is something special here. You can go for it if you want, but you better be mindful of that water up and around the green. Just lay it up out to the left, and you shouldn't have anything more than a pitching wedge to this minuscule green.
Yeah, that one will play. Lining up the birdie putt here. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
This one, guys, he's got around 9 feet.
And now that finds him in first place. Well, our leader has already bolted, currently way out in front of the pack. The par 3 17th requires a really strong tee shot, doesn't it, Rich?
That it does. Again, a very difficult par 3 with water all the way down the left-hand side. Just bail out to the right as best you can and rely on your short game to make that par.
This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. Well, was that a rush of blood? Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey. The finishing hole at TPC Louisiana, in my opinion, Rich, is a great one because, again, you can have anything from eagles all the way through to bogeys and worse.
Just avoid those little pot bunkers down the left-hand side, and you might be able to give it a whirl in 2. However, you got to be careful to, A, not miss it right, obviously, but even going too far left, you can really get an uncomfortable pitch shot from a low area left of the green.
He is taking this on.
Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
And he's down there. You got a read?
I've got it going left to right.
Say never up, never in. And that's a nice way for the round to win. Finishing up with a birdie. And Rich, as this round comes to an end, this pro is absolutely dominating the field.
Who doesn't like to be the leader? It's always good. No matter the first round, you'd rather have it the last round, though. But I got to say, good start.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We've got final round coverage coming your way right now. Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam as always, and delightful to have you with us. Okay, Rich, here we are, Championship Sunday. Our featured player on top of the leaderboard over one of the nicest men in the game, Tommy Fleetwood.
Just a monumental lead going in this final round. I mean, it's got to be debilitating to the other golfers around him. This player, he's so far past everybody right now. They've got to be scratching their heads going, how do we beat this guy?
Should find the green here. Good shot there. Good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. Well, Rich, that's ideal. A birdie to start the day.
Always a nice way to ease on into your round, birdieing the first.
Let's take a look at this par 5 second hole. Not bad. Coming fresh off a win, this player's looking to go back-to-back here.
Can't think of any better momentum. Obviously, the player's firing on all cylinders. Sit back, watch, and enjoy it.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line. Might it be nice to make this one. This one's for eagle. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
He's looking at around 14 foot, I'd say.
And that'll see him remain in the same spot on the leaderboard. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. Looks to be going with the 4-iron. Yeah, that was a safe play. Henny, take us through the break on this putt.
Oh, it's so hard to tell, but I think it's a little bit right to left.
Can he make one from long range? And that should secure the par on this one. Okay, holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. And now onto the par 4 fourth hole. Big dog eat there, didn't he? This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker. Going with the pitching wedge here.
What an exceptional approach into this green. Lydia Ko seems to be paying a bit more attention to her rival now, and for good reason.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. Now on the tee after a birdie. Fired up and ready for more.
Players want to move the tee shot from right to left on this hole because there's some trees on the tee box that'll kind of force you that direction. So driver may not be the play. The second shot, however, that's where it gets interesting. This green absolutely belongs in a skate park. This has more humps and bumps and wobbles in it. It is a very cool design.
From about 130 yards here. Yeah, good safe shot this one. That should find the surface. Always nice when you can just go ahead and tap one in for birdie. Holding steady in first place after that one. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here. That's a nice strike. This one should find the fairway. And this shot from about 150 yards out. And hitting yet another green here today.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens in regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
Time now to play the par 5 7th.
Pete Dye put a zit in the middle of this fairway, and it absolutely needs to be popped. You drive it in that fairway bunker, and you're absolutely beside yourself on how your golf ball could end up in something so small. It is a brilliant design, a brilliant bunker on a hole that should be birdieable by everybody in the field.
This putt right on 12 feet to the hole. He's looking for his third birdie in a row. John, have you got a good read on this one?
It starts out straight enough, this putt, and it should take a little break to the left as it goes to go.
Currently in first position. Here we have it, trying to feed off the eagle and build on that momentum here. Well played. His second shot here. That one almost went over the hole. 5 feet coming up to the cup. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum. Going with the 6-iron here. Yeah, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
There's no doubt about it, Rich. This is an outstanding position to be in.
So impressive all week long. I gotta say, this player is on top of the golfing world at the moment.
And Rich, that back-to-back win could be within reach here. This player can just gain a few more strokes on the inward half.
Winning last week, this player's full of confidence, and rightfully so.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Penny, what's he facing with this putt?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling.
That one was fired out of a cannon.
He has his eyes set on one place and one place only. It's the green.
Maybe going for the green, are we? Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in two.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in two.
Well, how good's that for the eagle? And he's holding steady in first place after that one. Welcome to the par 4 12th hole.
Nice hole, the last one, coming off that eagle. Let's see what's in store for us now.
Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Taking aim from about 170 yards. And choosing the 8-iron here. He's found the surface. Good chance here. And he's down there. You got a read?
I've got it going. Just a tiny bit left here.
Welcome to the par 4 13th hole. Well, that's a handy shot. 12 feet to the cup coming up.
All right, guys. This for 2 birdies in a row.
Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par. On the tee here, the par 3 14th. Opting for the 5-iron. That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there.
Bit too much club there, wasn't it?
This one has eyes for the hole. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. He's currently in first place. Well, let's get amongst this 15th hole. That should find the cut stuff. For birdie here.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Welcome to the par 4 16th hole.
Going and going and going.
Found the green side rough. Well, you can see why he's leading. That was a shot of high caliber. And down it goes. So that's back-to-back birdies. That's a momentum maker, isn't it?
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Opting for the 4-iron here. Oh, what a wonderful shot into the 17th. It sets up another putt inside birdie range. And a chance to ice the tournament here. Holding the lead, playing the last. Tee shot is looking good here. Well, there's a very good reason why he's leading this tournament, and that's Exhibit A.
Wow, was that a massive drive there. Holy cow.
Strong play, going for it.
Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully.
Rich, it's time you and I went down to Bourbon Street because we've just crowned our Zurich Classic in New Orleans champion.
This player taking a big bite out of the Big Easy with this win at the Zurich Classic of New Orleans.
And Rich, you know what this is like, going back-to-back on the PGA Tour. How big is it?
It's a lot more mentally difficult than I think a lot of people understand. I'm very impressed with how this player held up the final 9 holes. Congratulations. Great finish.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.